Alright, what's good? This is Black Attack TV. Sunday afternoon. I'm sitting in my living room, dining room, whatever you call it. Yeah, so today I'm about to talk about Texas A&M moving to the SEC. Now, that's going to really affect the landscape of college sports. Because look at this. The Big 12, which Texas A&M is in right now, the Big 12 has only 10 teams right now. Because Colorado and Nebraska went off to other conferences. Colorado went off to the Pac-10, and Nebraska went off to the Big 10. Now, those two conferences are getting better, getting stronger. And basketball-wise, out of all the power conferences, the Big 12 just became probably the worst conference, in my opinion. And football-wise, the worst. Well, the second worst, because the Big East will always be the worst conference for football. But still. So yeah, now the Big 12 has 10 teams, and Texas is the pearl or diamond of that conference. And the main reason why Texas A&M is about to lead the Big 12 is because Texas is about to release the Longhorn Network, which is sponsored by ESPN. And that's a big recruiting advantage for Texas recruits, because they're gonna show high school games, they're gonna show games from in the season, stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure that no other team in the country has their own network. Because the Mountain West has their own TV network, but that's the whole conference itself, not just one team having a whole network. That's not fair. The Big Ten has their own network in the Big Ten network. So, that's fair. If you have an entire conference having the whole channel to themselves, that's fair. SNY sponsored the Big East. That's fair. But still, and then the SEC network sponsored by ESPN. That's fair. Why can't there just be a Big 12 network sponsored by Fox or somebody else, or ESPN? Why Texas being the major team in the country having their own network? That's not fair at all. That's a huge advantage. That's a huge advantage for recruiting wise and everything else for Texas. That is not fair, and I think that if Texas wants to get a network, they should include all the teams in it too, all the other teams in the Big 12. So that's the main reason why Texas A&M is about to move to the SEC. But back to that. But if Texas A&M moves to SEC, it's going to really change college sports, because the SEC is going to become the super conference now, with 13 teams or more. In basketball, the Big East is always the best conference. There's always 16 teams from 05, 06. Yeah, that was when they acquired the next 4 teams: Louisville, Marquette, USF, and Marquette. Or did I say Marquette already? Well, anyway, but yeah, the Big East basketball conference has 16 teams, and that's the biggest conference overall. And some people say that it's the best conference, period, for basketball. However, I think that if Texas A&M and other teams like Florida State, Clemson, and Missouri all go to the SEC, I think that the SEC could potentially be the best conference for football and basketball. Matter of fact, in college sports, period. Because the SEC is like the prime football conference. They are. So, because SEC football teams have won the past 5 or 6 national championships, and that's crazy. That's wild. But there's one thing that I don't understand though. Why would Texas A&M want to go in the SEC other than the Longhorn Network? I will understand if they want to go in the SEC because of the unfair advantage that Texas has in the Big 12 now. But what I don't get is, why would you want to go into a conference where you might not even be that great anymore. I mean, Texas A&M was like a top 5 team in the Big 12 before. If they go in the SEC, they'll have to deal with teams like Florida, Tennessee, Alabama, Auburn, South Carolina, etc. Oh yeah, and LSU, Arkansas. Those are all top 15 quality teams in football. Basketball, not as strong. Florida, Tennessee, and Kentucky are the strongest teams for basketball. Those are the top 3. But football-wise, Texas A&M is going to have a hard time. I don't think that they'll be so successful in the SEC. Probably go like 500 or 7-5 or so on and so on. But I don't think that they'll be a BCS bound team if they go in the SEC. I really don't. It's too competitive. I mean, okay, outside the conference, probably maybe they'll do decent. Maybe they'll go undefeated outside the conference. But if they play teams like Florida, Alabama, Auburn, Arkansas, LSU, week in and week out, they won't win every game. They will not. Okay, again, they will not pass 9 wins if they go in the SEC. They will not pass 9 wins. So, this is Black Attack TV. That's my opinion on the Texas A&M move to the SEC. Oh yeah, and one more thing I forgot to add. It might happen. We're not so sure yet because, like, the SEC will be uneven with 13 teams, and there's still a lot of roadblocks for Texas A&M to pass. So, yeah. But this is Black Attack TV. A&M to the SEC, or is it just speculation? Alright, goodbye.